Please tell me it gets better because I can't do this.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't get better, to be honest. Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and on today's episode we have a great one for you here today. And when I say great video, okay, I mean that it is entertaining, but we are going to be kicking it off with a clip from this woman right here who is just bawling her eyes out. She is crying because she regrets divorcing her husband. Now, before we jump into it, guys, I want to throw out the caveat that these women don't actually miss their husbands. Usually they just miss time with their kids and they miss having the resources. But nevertheless, she's crying on the internet, which is always hilarious. We have a bunch of clips to go through here today. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's jump right into it.
If you've gone through a divorce, I just need to know, does it get easier? Does it get easier being without your kids? Because all I can do every time is cry.
I don't know what kind of sane person, in fact, I don't think sane people do this, but like, consider what this woman is doing, okay? So obviously she's sad because maybe she didn't get the kids, or maybe she only has partial custody. But who in their right mind thinks, you know what, I'm really sad right now, it's time for me to set up here with a camera. You know, so she gets her phone out, she pulls up the camera app or whatever, she points it towards herself, she sets it up, and she records a video of herself crying. These women are crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
I just, no matter what I do, I always end up crying the whole time.
The thing that really makes this video as well, guys, is I'm pretty sure there's a cat in the background. Right, so we've divorced the husband, we've broken up the family, and it's like already we have the felines. Okay, we've already started collecting the cats. I love how when women make videos like this, you just like, you get a glimpse into their future whenever you hear or see a cat.
Please tell me it gets better because I can't do this.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't get better, to be honest. But hey, you know, head up. I'm sure your dream man is just around the corner. Let's continue into the next clip here, guys. This is a woman leaving a first date before it even got started. It's kind of like whenever you watch one of these clips, man, about how a woman's crying about her divorce, and you go to the next one, half the time it's just pre-divorce women, you know what I mean, who are like talking about their dating experiences, and they are soon to be the ones crying on TikTok. In fact, they usually are crying on TikTok about a man not wanting them. So this woman just left a date before it even started. Let's jump in.
The guy walked past my car and I put my car in drive and drove away. I literally just pulled over to tell this story. Matched with this guy on an app. Very handsome, young, seemingly successful, had 2 cute dogs, seemed super career oriented. Like, we really seemed very aligned. And on his bio,
before we even get into the bio, so she says, we seem very aligned. Yeah, so what she means by that is his finances and his attractiveness interested her. You see what I'm saying? Like, women love to use words like aligned. Oh, we just aligned so much. But really, what it really means is she sees herself aligning with this man's bank account. You guys see what I'm saying? You're starting to understand, right? It's this woman, yeah, she aligns with this highly attractive, successful man on a dating application. What a surprise. I'm pretty sure every other woman also aligns with this type of man too.
Dogs, seemed super career oriented. Like, we really seemed very aligned. And on his bio, he said he was politically moderate, which can mean a lot of different things to different people, but it definitely does not mean this. I'm sitting in my car. I see him walk past my car. My man is wearing a MAGA hat on a first date. And I looked closely. MAGA, Make America Great Again, bright red. And just, like, I don't understand the bait and switch. Why would you say you're politically moderate on an app and then show up in a MAGA hat?
Just by the way, a lot of the people who are actually, you know, supporting Trump and things like this, by the way, who are Make America Great Again, a lot of these people, I'm not American, but as far as I understand, a lot of these people used to be considered not too long ago to be moderate or even left wing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I understand of the political landscape over in America, guys, a lot of these men who, you know, used to be centrists kind of thing, everyone just tells them that they're extremists now. Like, oh, you're far right, even though a lot of these guys are actually centrist, or, you know, they're moderate or whatever, or a lot of them are left leaning. But they've just been kind of told that they're extremists these days, right? What used to be common sense isn't so much common sense these days anymore, right? But so she sees this guy wearing this hat, and obviously she's pissed off, right? Because she wanted this guy to be, you know, a Kamala supporter. Okay, she wanted him to be a Democrat voter, and obviously she's not happy about this. Usually liberal women obviously are not happy with Make America Great Again men.
America Great Again, bright red. And just, like, I don't understand the bait and switch. Why would you say you're politically moderate on an app and then show up in a MAGA hat? I guess just to, like, get a reaction out of someone, but, like, if that's how you're running your dating life, probably not having a lot of success.
I mean, I think this guy is probably doing completely fine, and he probably didn't do it to get a reaction out of you. He probably doesn't give a damn. You know, these highly successful men on these dating applications probably don't care if you think that their political beliefs are appropriate or not. They're going to be able, young, successful, highly attractive men are going to find somebody to have a date with. Now, if you, and you're like, this woman is like 30 or something, I would assume, if you don't want to date this guy, some other woman will, right? Like, I don't know what else to say, man. You think this guy really gives a damn if you think that it's upsetting that he wears a particular hat? And so what does she do, right? She leaves the date before it even started. I guarantee you it didn't go down like this. She probably got rejected by the guy. Usually when women make up these stories, there's only a fraction of truth in it, and the truth really is that she got rejected by a man who was attractive and successful, so now she has to find an issue with him, and so she chose his hat.
But, like, if that's how you're running your dating life, probably not having a lot of success. And again, like, you can believe whatever you believe. I can disagree with you. That is okay. But I don't want to date someone who's walking around in broad daylight in a MAGA hat. It's, like, low-key embarrassing. So anyways, that was a waste of time. I'm going to go get myself a little coffee, and we'll try again another day.
Yeah, something tells me that this woman isn't going to be successful in dating, guys. This woman is over here sitting, you know, 30 years of age or thereabouts, talking about a man wearing a hat being embarrassing. I mean, madam, you're still single. What are you doing? You want to talk about embarrassment? How's recording TikTok videos alone in your singledom in the car going for you? I would probably consider that more embarrassing for a woman of your age. Let's continue into the next clip here. This woman looks really happy. So she's replying to a comment. What does the comment say from Sarah? So curious, what drives you to continue to date men? Are you still hopeful that there are decent men out there? Holy hell, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Comments like this, before you even jump in, this is essentially just women telling on themselves. Whenever women have these negative opinions of dating men, please understand that these negative opinions from dating men typically come from hooking up with dudes who don't want them. It usually means they have an incredibly high body count, they've been with a whole bunch of different dudes, and they feel pissed off and jaded by these men because they have failed to get commitment. So please understand, guys, whenever you see comments like this of women complaining that there are no decent men, it just means that they've hooked up with a bunch of dudes and none of these dudes have wanted them. Let's jump in.
I can say that the men that I've dated are decent. The majority of men that I've dated are good people. They're not bad people. But they're men, and I'm not under some kind of false notion. I haven't been like the Notebook pilled, where I grew up on all these romance movies or whatever, where I have an expectation of men that is unrealistic. And a lot of women
All these great men that she's dated, guys, but you know what? Still don't have one.
do, and I empathize with that. The men that I've dated are good people. They are men. But in all things considered, they're not bad people. They are decent. I also have dated enough where I can pick up on little things, little tiny things so quickly, where I can weed out the bad ones very quickly. I also live in a very populated city, and, you know, depending on who you ask, not hard on thighs. Here's the thing.
Right, so here's the thing. This woman is an experienced dater. Now, color me, you know, skeptical, guys, but I think that women who are experienced daters ironically enough, this is kind of like an oxymoron, because if they actually knew what they were doing in dating, they would have their husband already. You see what I'm saying? So she's sitting here saying, I can recognize the red flags. You know, I have an understanding of the dating landscape. I'm an expert in it, dare I say. But she still is not married, at least as far as I understand. Now, I could be wrong. This woman could be married. She could be in a 5-year marriage or something like this, maybe pushing 10. But I sincerely doubt that. Okay, I'm very, very skeptical about that. I think that this woman is single, or at the very least, she's certainly not married. If she is in a relationship, hey, that's probably one of many, because as we already know, she's already been through a whole bunch of dudes. I just find it funny, guys, when women jump on here and they talk about having a good understanding and a grip on dating, you know, and they're very good judges of character and everything, and they're so successful at it, but they've got no ring on their hand. And the reason why I hold women to this standard, by the way, guys, and not men, is because I think that marriage is an absolute scam for men. I think that you risk a lot as a man, but for women, there's realistically only upside unless you're the breadwinner. But let's be honest, typically, women are not the breadwinners in marriages.
No. You have to be more than decent for me to want to keep you around. I don't need a man in my life. Again, I haven't been like brainwashed. I think we've all been brainwashed, but I'm not a lover girl. I'm not someone who's like, you know, and I'm not trying to mock it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say in a way that doesn't seem mocking, but I'm not someone who's like, oh, you know, a lot of people want to get married. A lot of people want to have kids. I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. I go to bed in my big bed and I say, thank fucking God I'm the only person in this bed.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see how long that lasts. We'll check back in when this woman's 40 years of age. So she's dated a lot of decent men, but she doesn't want these men because decent is not good enough for her, and she would rather be single. You know what, guys? If this woman would rather be single, that's cool for her. That's great. I'm not one of these people who are out here trying to tell women that they have to get married or have kids. I don't particularly give a damn. But what I have noticed is that a lot of these women who make these videos, they end up regretting their decisions. They think, oh, I can decide when I'm like 35, or oh, it's fine, I can just freeze my eggs and have children later. And a lot of them find out the hard way that they really screwed up and they pushed things too far back because they thought that they had time. So if this woman is happy being single, she doesn't need no man. You know, she needs an exceptional man if she is going to have one, not a decent one. I mean, good for her, but we will see. You know, we'll see how long this lasts. We'll check back in when this woman's 40.
I go to bed in my big bed and I say, thank fucking God I'm the only person in this bed. That's just how I am. If I met someone who was amazing, and it's happened where I'm like, oh, wow, you know, like I really am falling in love with this person. Then I'm like, oh, I had those feelings develop once I meet that person. I know that person is that person. I don't go into dating situations being like, I need someone to be in my bed.
Okay, so you've met exceptional men before who fulfill your requirements, who are better than decent. Where are these men? You know, where are they? Because it seems to me, guys, like the men that these women really want, they can never actually lock them down. Have you ever noticed that? In all of these videos, and this is why these women become so jaded with men. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the clip. The reason why these women have such negative opinions of men is because the ones that they really want will always make up some sort of excuse or string the women along, or they're just not interested in committing to women like this. You know, women who have especially track records like this woman does. Like, I'm sorry, guys, but no self-respecting, highly successful, attractive man wants to have a serious, committed relationship with a woman who is a serial dater. You see what I'm saying? Like, the men don't want this. Men don't want to sit there and go, well, this woman could be my wife, but, you know, she has like this extensive past. Men don't want to get with a woman who has an extensive amount of issues. And these women certainly do. They've already been with a whole bunch of different dudes, and now they expect some highly successful Giga Chad to come along and save them. It's completely insane.
Not at all. I want to get to know somebody. I use men for like having a fun time, getting to know somebody, couple adventures, couple ha-has, couple exchanges, little connection. Maybe it doesn't work out. We develop a friendship, whatever. It's not that serious to me. I'm not dating men to find my husband. I'm dating men to learn about myself, to learn about other people, to try new things, to see new places. And that's it.
Okay, so essentially you're just a 304. You just, you know, like, I mean, hey, that's fine. At least she's saying what it is, guys. But this is what I'm saying. You know, women will come out here and they will tell you, oh, they've been on their self-healing journey and she's learned about a lot about herself and about other people. And she's also been able to travel. Translation, I've hooked up with a whole bunch of different men. You know, like she's just gone around, she's had her fun with a whole bunch of different men. That's all that this means. There's genuinely no healing or self-improvement in here, guys. Please understand that. I think men, right? Men's version, you know what men's version of self-improvement is? Men's version of self-improvement is to get in the gym, right? Take your health seriously, make a lot of money, and become stoic. It usually consists of those things, right? Working on your mental health, becoming stoic, working on your business, and going to the gym. That's what self-improvement typically looks like to men. Women, guys, you know what self-improvement is for women? These journeys, right? These, or at least the ones on TikTok, right? When they say crap like they went on a healing journey or they transformed themselves or now they're a better person, it literally just means that they've been in a bunch of dudes' beds. That's what it means. They have more life experience with different men. It's really sad to see that, guys. It's really sad to see that the self-improvement kind of thing for women is essentially just getting with a bunch of men and making a whole bunch of mistakes and then trying to turn around when you're like 35 and claiming that you're healed now. It's stupid.
And if I stumble upon my husband in that process, fantastic. If I don't, that's fine too, because I really, really love being single. And I'm going to love being single until I'm 50, 60 years old. Because this pussy is going to pop regardless. This pussy is going to pop regardless. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
What the hell? Guys, I just had to check my phone for a second. I got a message from my dad. What in the hell did I just miss? Why are we now talking about our privates? Did I just hear that correctly? There's no way, right?
Because I really, really love being single. Okay. And I'm going to love being single until I'm 50, 60 years old. Okay,
we'll see about that.
Because this pussy is going to pop regardless.
There's no way, right? I think we all know why this woman is single, guys. Why would you say this on the internet? I just don't understand. I just do not understand it. This is why, by the way, this exact crap is why they can't land their dream man in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I don't claim to be the epitome of man, okay? You know what I'm saying? But even I, a mere mortal, right? No Chad, would look at this woman and be like, oh, hell no. So imagine what the dudes who are like at the very top percentage, these dudes that these women are actually swiping on and things like this, you know, the highly attractive dudes with the best jawline known to man. Like, imagine what these guys think. They're like, oh, hell no, man. Like, there are so many other options. Why would I go with this one who makes TikTok videos like this? Absolutely not.
This pussy is going to pop regardless. You understand what I'm saying?
Why'd you say it again?
Let me answer your question in a serious way. You understand what I'm saying? So there are decent men out there. There are. You just have to let go of the false idea that you have in your head of what a decent man is. All right? A decent woman far exceeds a decent man.
I have nothing to say to that. Let's just keep going.
All right. You can't keep holding them to the standards that you would have like women. That's why you need like friendships with women. You need community with women. Men are what they are. They might as well be a different species.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are not terrible people. Some of them's heart is in the right place, but they are still men. And I'll be damned if I settle for someone that isn't exactly what I'm looking for, because the streets have always been very kind to me. So in short, I do enjoy dating men. I think they're great. I think they're great in small doses. Like men are like, you have to microdose them. They're great in small doses. They're great when you get a little variety pack. You can't sit there and binge them because you will fuck up your health if you do that. Maybe one day I will meet a magical man and he'll be more than decent, and maybe I'll stumble upon him on one of these different little date escapades that I go on. Maybe I won't.
Yeah, I'm going to lock in you won't. Okay, so essentially this woman is just a giant misandrist. She clearly doesn't like men despite trying to placate it by saying that we are decent. Holy hell, these women are a waste of time, guys. Holy hell. Let's continue into the next one here. What is this? So this is who taught women that it's all men. You want to know who taught me that it's all men, she says. Holy, so we're going to get more misandry, guys. Let's jump in. I don't even think that these women know what misandry means.
Who taught me it's all men? Men. In fact, it's often the not all men guys that make it very clear that it's all men, but let me explain. It's not all men, but
shut up.
Men are wired differently. Ask anyone. Look at their use of OF, look at their use of SWs. So what I'm hearing is all men want sex. That's all they want. In the comment section of this video, a lot of men were like, men just want sex. That's what they want. Men, that's how men connect. All men connect through sex. That's how it works. So
why am I being yelled at? I'm sorry, guys. I kind of lose track of the video. I just tune out whenever the woman is just completely yelling at me. You know what I mean? Like, why are we yelling? Why are we yelling in our car? This is why you can't get a man. This is why these women are so incredibly jaded, guys. Do you notice how every single one of the women that have just like this huge problem with men are always incredibly insufferable? Because here's what happens, okay? Women will try and lock down a dude. They're completely insufferable, so the only men that they can lock down are dudes that they can't respect, and then they just become incredibly pissed off. But really, all of it stems from the fact that men don't want to deal with them. I find that to be so funny. Men are this, men are that, you know, men. But at the end of the day, men just don't want to. They just don't want you, madam. They just don't. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what this woman was saying. I just kind of tune out when they start yelling.
it's all men, though? That's what you're saying?
Oh, relax.
You, a man, are telling me that it's all men? Weird. Now, related, unrelated, I was just watching another video where a man left this comment on a woman's video saying that women just need to protect themselves, right? Don't wear tops with cleavage showing, don't wear short skirts, and then that's how you can prevent yourself getting R-worded. Fair, right? Because all men will be tempted because all men can't control themselves.
I don't think that that's what that comment was saying. That comment was probably highlighting that there are a very small amount of bad people, and it's best to just protect yourself against those people to the best of your ability. That's all that guy would like. When did this dude in his comment say that all men are going to engage in this type of behavior? These women can't even listen. This is why, okay, these women don't like men, because you can say something that makes complete sense to them and they lose their marbles and get pissed off. They're incapable of rational thought. Nobody is justifying the behavior of these men who do these awful things. Nobody is saying that all men do these things, but these people cannot understand that. They can't hear a sentence and take it for what it is. They just have to misinterpret it because they're seeing it through this lens of disliking all men. You guys see what I'm saying? Like they just cannot see it. This dude is not making a comment about all men. He's making a comment about how some people are very bad people. And so it's good to protect yourself against these people. You know what I'm saying? In the same kind of logic, for example, guys, right? I'm a big guy, all right? I'm a pretty large man, all right? But I would not walk down an alleyway in the middle of the night that's dark with a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not sitting here going, well, everybody's going to rob me. I just know that it's a stupid mistake and some people might like to rob me. You know what I mean? But these people just cannot grasp common sense, right? They just can't grasp it. It's really sad.
Right? That's what you, a man, that's what a man is saying, right? Men can't control themselves, and so women need to cover up because you yourself don't trust men.
No, what he's saying is that there are a very small number of very bad people, and of course it's good to protect yourself against bad people. But guys, again, common sense lost on these people.
And you know those girl dads, right? Those girl dads that are like, if I have a daughter, I swear I'm gonna make sure I have a pew-pew. Why? Why would you need one? Are men dangerous? Is it all men? Or better yet, you can't tell, right? Is it that you can't tell, or that it's all of them?
I can guarantee you guys, this woman didn't have a stable father in her household that actually protected her or who was around, right? That's really where all of this comes from. You know, like, okay, here's the thing. Imagine if men didn't protect women, right? Imagine the situations. Imagine how awful things would be. Women like this love to say that men are the root of all problems. We're the one that, you know, we're the ones that are dangerous and so on and so forth. Who do you call when there's danger for you, right? When there's a robbery going on, or when a fire starts, okay, or when a war starts, who is the first person that you call? You always call a man. You see what I'm saying? But I just can't with these people, man. They lack so many brain cells. I'm going to be leaving today's episode there, actually. I don't want to hear this woman use the word man like it's an insult 35 more times, so we're going to be leaving it there. Guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.